Zach, let's keep it a whole buck. You don't like Amaya. You don't care that you hurt Amaya's feelings. You said what you said. The only reason that you now want to apologize to her and want to come across a different way is because Amaya is a fan favorite. Amaya was voted what? Most genuine, most real, most everything. That's why you care about Amaya now. I see right through you. We don't believe you. I don't believe you. And I hope Amaya doesn't believe you either. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We're here to talk Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 28. Oh my God, it has been so many days. If you guys are brand new to the channel or if you are a returning viewer that is not yet subscribed, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all the subs, all the likes, all the comments, all the views, all the everything. I really do honestly truly appreciate it. I have a goal 45,000 subs by August 1st. So if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, please do me a favor and do so. So the episode starts off with the aftermath of that massive dumping where 5 islanders left the villa. So Iris is crying up in the makeup room to Huda, Alandria, and Shelly, saying that, she hates that TJ is gone and she was just now starting to feel the way the other girls felt, which was happily in love, I guess, and all that type of stuff. And I'm like, do the other girls have a really good feeling though? Because if we take a look at it, Sierra, Nick don't like Sierra. And we'll get to that later. Shelly, basically, she's hanging in the balance. Alandria don't have nobody, and Houlda, coulda, shoulda been all over the place. So, like, what are you talking about, Iris? But okay, and you know how your girls get down, Iris. Don't tell them that you like somebody because they're gonna get you shipping right up out of here. Okay, but Iris feels like I don't want to have to do this all over again, girl. I I like Iris. I do. But Iris, you spent what, 3 days with TJ? It's not like you did so much building and building and building, to get there. But I like Iris, so I'm gonna let her cook. So Shelly tells her, look, you are not alone in here. If you need to cry and be sad or whatever, we got your back. I said, oh, because there are girls in that house. Okay. So Taylor and Clark. So Taylor said that it was stressful being put last for everything. And truth be told, America, y'all are fucked up for that. Oh, excuse me. Y'all are fucked up for doing that to Clark, not Taylor. Taylor, don't nobody care if you were last. Clark said it felt like shit being last for everything. And truth be told, America, y'all didn't have to do that to Clark. Clark hasn't done anything to anybody. So the fact that y'all don't like Clark because Taylor picked, like, if you want to vote them low as a couple, sure, do your thing. But there's no reason to vote Clark low for everything like that. Like, she's not bothering anybody, but I guess people are saying, well, she smiles when he picks her. Yeah, she happy she got picked. Like, what? So Taylor said it's crazy how one decision can change everything. And Taylor, I gotta tug on your dreads a little bit, or excuse me, tug on your locks a little bit. It's not one decision, okay? It's not the fact that you simply said, hey, I want to move over to Clark. This was a series of decisions, a series of actions that we have seen you take in regards to Alandria. It's truly not just, oh, you picked Clark, so now we suddenly hate you. We've been feeling this way about you. Oh my God, not hate. Not hate. Not hate. You can't even say hate as a joke. My bad. We've been disliking you, right? So Clark said that in her confessional that America putting her last was uncomfortable, but she is just going to rock and roll with it and she's going to focus on the positives. And then they both thank America for not putting both of them in the bottom 3 because that meant for sure that one of them would be going home. Honestly and truly, Clark, I'm going to keep it a full bean with you, sis. I think you were in the bottom. I 1000% do believe that you were in the bottom 3. And I think that production stepped in to make sure that both of y'all weren't in the bottom. So I wouldn't be thanking America just yet, because if you were voted last for everything else, baby, you were voted last for favorite boy and favorite girl too. So we then see Ace and Shelly talking, and Iain said that they overestimated how much America likes them. Yeah, everybody got their ass handed to them. Y'all found out how a lot of people truly feel about y'all. So Shelly said that she was surprised they were at the bottom so many times, and Ace wants to make sure that Shelly doesn't look at him a different way because of America's voting. And I think this is a true testament on how close your relationship is, because we have seen in previous seasons that when America starts to feel that somebody's not genuine or something like that, it does sometimes turn the Islanders against each other. It turns the couples against each other. Look at Houlda, Coulda, Shoulda. You know what I mean? Houlda, Coulda, Shoulda.
You just hate Houlda.
Houlda, Coulda, Shoulda. As soon as she found out that America was splitting them up, she blamed Jeremiah. She blamed Jeremiah. She immediately was like, yo, if America doesn't like me, that's on you. You should have stepped in and did something differently. So we're seeing a more mature, a healthier way to approach this. And Ace and Shelly both feel like, now we know who each other is. Like, I'm not tripping about that. So Ace said that he knows who he is, and if America don't know it, so shall it be. Shelly said in her confessional that she doesn't know what she did to America. You went after all these kids. You went after the hoodlums, the hood rats. You went after their queen, and you didn't kiss her ass and, kiss her feet, and that's what happened, Shelly. You didn't do anything wrong. I stand very firm on that. Shelly didn't do anything wrong. It was a miscommunication between Huda and Shelly. And even though Huda says that she is the most emotionally intelligent, the most emotionally mature person that people will ever meet, she somehow does know how to exhibit that. That's all it was. So Shelly said that she likes to think that she is very genuine. You can think it, girl, but you have to convince America of it, okay? Iris said that her bed will be cold tonight. Nick is in the kitchen talking about something. You can cuddle with me and Sierra. Nick, didn't you want to be with Iris? Weren't you open to like exploring her at one point? I guess. Chris is telling Elon that if Iris is open again, he will be genuinely concerned. Why would he be concerned? Why would you be concerned, Chris? Chris, I can't really take anything that you say as word, because you set up in that challenge, um, just this last one, and said that you were voting Dre not as trustworthy because she didn't own up to actually saying that she was the one that wrote a question when Huda laid her ass beside you and told you not to tell anybody, but she is the one that asked that specific question. She's the one that did that. So like it's given. I mean, are you?
You're biased.
Are you biased, Chris? That's what it's given, but okay, so shall it be. So Elon said, well, shoot, I'll be open to talk to Iris. Elon doing anything he can to stay in the villa, which at this point they all are. So Zach said that Amaya is a genuine girl and he doesn't know where they will go, but he fucks with her heavy. Since the fuck when? Since when do you fuck with Amaya heavy? Any chance you have, any conversation you have with Amaya, you damn near cussing her out. Go to fuck to sleep, Zach. No, Zach, don't do that. Don't do that because you don't like Amaya. All of a sudden, you fuck with her when you were saying before you can't deal with her. You don't want to deal with her. Kiss my ass. I'm not going to do this with Zach. Y'all are not going to use Amaya because y'all know that America fucks with her and y'all threw her to the side. Alandria feels like Sierra, being one of her besties for the resties, choosing to stand behind Taylor is a dagger to the heart. Is it? Is it? Why should Taylor have to leave, Alandria? Because y'all aren't talking anymore? No, that's childish. Alandria, I'm always going, always, but that's childish, girl. That's childish, friend. No, she can. I just thought it was weird that Sierra preaches being a girl's girl. Y'all all swear y'all girls all up and through, but then you stood behind a nigga. That's all I was like, Sierra, really? But you looking at it from the lens of that's supposed to be my friend, so she can't save my ex, even though that's her friend too. No, Alandria. No. Sierra comes into the makeup room right after that. Production was like, and go. So Sierra comes in and she tells Alandria off rip, I'm sorry if me voting for Taylor made you uncomfortable, but I did it for Nick. I felt like Nick would be devastated if Taylor left. Down in the bedroom, Pepe offers to let Iris sleep with him. Pepe said, I'm gonna make a move immediately, okay? So the next morning, Iris and Pepe are talking. He lets him know, or he lets her know that he knows exactly. No. Iris let Pepe know she knows exactly how he felt when Hannah left. And he was like, yeah, it's a different type of vibe in here when you connect with somebody. I'm like, okay, y'all be saying that, but y'all don't leave when they leave. I feel like if you got that deep of a connection to where you just can't take life anymore and you can't fully function in here and you don't want to get to know anybody, then Pepe, you should have left with Hannah, and Iris, you should have left when TJ left. But like, don't make it seem as if like you just can't go on. But then next thing you know, you're gonna be kissing Pepe over by the dock. It's coming. So Houlda, coulda, shoulda, and Chris. Chris is over to the side talking about he's a little down. I'm a little down. He said that he had a dream last night about playing basketball. And whenever he has that dream, when he's not playing basketball, he wonders how much time he has left playing. I mean, according to the Twitter, you're not that good. According to the Twitter, you're not that good anyways, but I guess you enjoy playing it. So he was saying that when he is overseas playing, that he's gone for 6 to 9 months, and it takes over all his time. He can't do anything. He can't like really nurture things here and build upon things. And in my mind, this is just me. That was him being like, girl, just in case you didn't know, houlda, coulda, shoulda, that when we leave here, I'm going back to playing ball and we're done. That's what I got from that because it wasn't, it was the way that he phrased it, right? And I'm a big proponent for words mean things. So there's a way that you can have this conversation, but the way that Chris was phrasing everything, and it might not even be the way he intended to say it, but the way that he was phrasing a lot of this was really on some, yeah, when I'm gone playing basketball, I don't do relationships because of this. And I thought that was interesting. Huda tells him, like, you don't need to give it up. You can still pursue multiple things at once. Will Huda, coulda, shoulda be okay if her and Chris are together outside of the villa and he is over in Asia or something and he's playing basketball for 6 to 9 months and he is not coming home because it's nonstop and that's their season? Will Huda be okay with that? No. We have seen enough about Huda to know that she would not. She wouldn't. So I don't know how this would work for them outside of the villa. So Huda lets him know that better is coming. Chris said he wants to cry, and I'm like, girl, sir, cry then. I was with Huda. If you want to cry, cry. Everybody else is. So they have this hug. I couldn't tell if he was crying, but she was like, she kind of had him in the head. Had him in a headlock, but it was a cute little moment for them, I guess. I don't know. Something about Chris is you can tell Huda likes him, but I don't know if Chris fully likes Huda or if Chris now likes Huda because he wasn't getting the energy that he expected or wanted from Shelly. You know what I mean? So Chris feels that he gets a completely different side of Huda than everybody else has seen, and everybody else just hasn't seen that. So he has a different view of her. He said that he's able to calm her down and he really likes her. Cool. So Nick and Brian. Nick said, look, everyone was shocked, that you went over there to save Jaden over Dre Dre. And he was like, I mean, wasn't nothing moving with Dre Dre. And I'm interested in getting to know Jaden. I was at least. He said, but I had a really dope conversation with Amaya, and I'm interested in getting to know Amaya. And you can see in that moment, Nick was a little nervous about that because if Amaya and Brian go the long haul, they're going to win. they're gonna win because Amaya is the fan favorite and Brian is basically gonna be her knight in shining armor. So we see Amaya and Clark talking, and I absolutely loved this particular scene with them because all of Clark's people left. All the Casa girls are gone. So Clark really don't have no friends in there for real, for real. So Amaya lets her know, look, you should not have been voted last for all that stuff. You shouldn't have. And I know you don't have your friends no more. I was going to let you know you're not alone. I got you. I'm here for you. And Clark tells her that she doesn't think she deserved to be last, but somebody had to be last. And Clark is taking it with, she's taking it well. Because I would be up in there pissed. Because why am I paying for the sins of this man, basically? So Amaya tells her that, she believes that Clark is a sweet soul and she was worried about herself because she didn't want America to think that she was just this big crybaby. And she said that if she is not your cup of tea, then she's not your cup of tea. And nobody is telling you to drink the peppermint tea. Go drink some chai tea. I said, go. I love chai personally. Chai is my zhuzh. But yeah, so I'm glad that Amaya is not letting the way that these men are handling her get her down. Because I would hate to see Amaya become a shell of herself in this villa, all because a couple of these little weird ass little boys that are in the villa can't take the fact that she has personality and that she stands up for herself. Because that's really the issue. So we see Ace and Shelly. Shelly made him breakfast that morning to let him know that she appreciates him. So Shelly said, look, I'm cool with America's vote because the Islanders did not feel that way. And those are the people that know her and have been around her and all of that type of stuff. And when you think about it, that is the best way to move with this. Right? That's the best way for all of them to kind of handle this. America is voting based off of one episode where everybody just lost their shit. You know what I mean? America freaked out over what happened and how everybody in that villa reacted to it. But even after all of this, if your fellow Islanders don't feel that you are disingenuine, then that's really all that matters. If that's all that matters to you. That's a good way to look at it. Don't let what America voted cause y'all to switch up that much. Keep being yourselves. If that's what y'all are, that's what y'all are. Shit. So Shelly then tells Ace that she does not want to explore anymore and says in her confessional that she has love for Ace. She doesn't love him, but she does have love for him. So are y'all gonna close off? Like, I feel like if you're done exploring, y'all should close off then, right? But they don't. Not in that moment, I guess. So Eli gets a text and it's time for the challenge, crashing out. Huda said it's her time to shine. Oh, we know, girl. We know, crash out queen. So during the crash out, each boy is going to pick a wingman or woman. They're going to look at a question, two different answers. They're going to each pick a door. They're going to try to run through and bust through the door into a ball pit. After that, the boy is going to go and jump from lily pad to lily pad while being slimed and water thrown on them by the fellow Islanders. Then they're going to go into a circle to get pied in the face, and they are going to say when they crashed out, okay? After they say that, they're going to get pied. They are then going to jump into the bar pit to kiss someone of their choosing. Nick immediately picks Alandria to be his wing person. He said he crashed out when he left the villa. And he picks Sierra to kiss, standard. Taylor picks Ace as his wingman. Said he crashed out when he had to twerk on Meg the Stallion, and then he kisses Clark. Ace picks Alandria as his wing woman because he said that she needs to have some fun. He said he crashed out when Nick left the villa, and he kisses Shelly. Now, this is interesting. So you didn't crash out when Shelly came back and said she wanted to explore. You didn't crash out when Shelly went to Casa. You crashed out over Nick. Cool. So Zach picks Amaya Papaya. After they ran through the door, he kissed her. Get your lips off of her. What happened to boundaries? What happened to I didn't want to kiss you? Get your nasty, crusty lips off of her, Zach. The audacity, the gall, the nerve, the temerity, the gumption. How dare you? No, like, what is going on. First, Ace didn't have boundaries in that challenge. Like, what's happening? Like Ace, Zach, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Zach crashed out when Austin left. The fuck? Nobody gives a fuck about Austin. Okay. And then he kisses Alandria. And Alandria was like, yeah, because that's his only chance to kiss me outside of a challenge. Because he's not gonna kiss her outside of a challenge. Chris picks Brian as his wingman. He said he crashed out at the size of the beds. He kisses Huda. I'll say this. I felt like Chris and Huda's kisses, uh, it feels like a challenge to me. You know what I mean? When they kiss in the challenge, I feel like I don't know. And I do like Huda and Chris together. I actually think they look good together. But it's something like it makes me wonder if a part of their passion was because she was, I don't want to say forcing it, but a lot of their early conversations before they were solidified, they gonna focus on each other, was about Huda pointing out that she feels that Chris is favoring Shelly over him. So now that Shelly and Chris are completely done, I will be very, very interested over the next week to see how to see how Chris and Huda, how they operate. Pepe picks Taylor, crashed out whenever anyone leaves the villa. Not Hannah, though, huh? Anybody, okay. He kisses Iris. Elon picks Sierra to be his wing woman, crashed out when he realized Nick was still in the villa. And he kisses Iris. Brian picks Huda as his wing woman, said he never crashes out, and he kisses Amaya. And then they stood up and they ended up kissing again. The girls pick Ace as the ultimate crash out. That's about right. Back at the villa, Amaya Papaya is so happy that Brian kissed her. She's blushing. She's giddy. It's cute. Pepe tried to play it off that there was no spark with Iris in front of the boys, but then in his confessional, he said that there was a spark. Meanwhile, Iris is telling the girls that she would be open to exploring with Pepe. I said, okay. It's boogie time, y'all. So we get on down to the boogie. So Zach and Amaya are talking, and he acknowledges there were things that I should have spoken to you in private about. I just thought that it was a challenge. So maybe I should bring a little heat. And since I'm a coward, I'm like, let me jump in and tag team this girl with these boys. Like, duh. But yeah. I just want to get that off my chest. Amaya apologizes for cursing at him and using profanity. Her word, not mine. She then said that she feels hurt for calling him all the names that she did. She was just angry and she really didn't mean it. She then says in her confessional that they are friends and their romantic part is over, but said that they are mature civilians. Let me tell you about Zach. Zach, I see the game that Zach is playing, but Zach, I still think if the girls, Zach might be safe though, truth be told, because if there is a recoupling Sunday, if the girls pick, I can see Alandria picking Zach when I think Alandria needs to go try to see what's good with Elam, new Nick. But Zach, like, you're playing a game and we are not going to fall for it in America. We know that you only want to apologize to Amaya because she is the fan favorite. You don't truly like that girl. You have been rude to her. And I know that people say that Amaya has been loud and over talking him. In this conversation here, this is proof that Zach also over talks Amaya when he gets the chance to. He didn't even seem sincere. After they hugged, he turned and it's like you can see him looking for whichever way the camera is gonna be. Like, Zach, you're full of shit. You're full of shit, and I promise you, if it gets down and Zach is in the finals, I promise you I will download this app and vote to see to it that his ass don't win. So then we get this interesting conversation with Nick and Sierra. So Sierra was like, we haven't had a chance to talk really since we, closed up at our picnic day. Now, y'all been talking, but production is in crisis meetings about your ass, Sierra, trying to figure out what's what. Trying to figure out what's what. Truth be told, I'm surprised they haven't, plucked her ass up out of here, because if they got Jaleesa up out of here, you probably should keep the same rules for everybody, but we know that that is not the case on a lot of shows. It could be because Sierra has been there for so long. I was saying, in regards to the situation, if they do pull Sierra out of that villa, the one person specifically who they should be making sure their mental health is good would be her, because Sierra is coming out to a shitstorm. She has no idea what she's coming out of this villa to when they do leave. Nick doesn't know how being closed off will work in the real world. He's like, so what does that mean? Sierra said, well, in here, it means that we're not going to explore anyone else. Like, we're locked in, we're focused on each other. And she would like to believe that that's how it's going to work in the real world. It would translate the same way. We aren't girlfriend and boyfriend. Nick was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. I was like, so y'all don't, okay. Nick is playing along with this to get to the end. Just to get to the end. I almost wonder if something major is going to happen before we get to the finale is next week Sunday. So I do wonder if something major is going to happen, but this is VVV interesting, okay? So Shelly and Chris, they have their closure conversation. She realized that during the stand on business challenge that she found out a lot of things were just misunderstood between the two of them. Shelly said that even after that, her feelings for him had not changed. Chris thought that Shelly felt like he did too much, so he was deciding to just focus on Huda. This entire love triangle was a misunderstanding, and I've said that, and the hood rats were in my comments saying that no, it wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a misunderstanding on all three of their parts. Huda felt that she was clear when she told Shelly that she wanted to explore Chris as well. Shelly did not understand that Huda was seriously trying to explore him. She felt it wasn't clear to her. Chris thought that Shelly did not want to be with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a misunderstanding on both sides, but everybody has worked it out. And cool. Shelly said that perception is wild. With the way that she was perceiving things is completely different than the way that he was perceiving everything. So that's how it is. Chris said that he's going to take a step back and focus on Huda, and he wishes her and Ace the best, Shelly and Ace, and we all do, okay? We wish you and Huda, coulda, shoulda the best. So Pepe and Iris. Iris is asking, why did Pepe pick her at the challenge? Like, I hate when they ask stuff like that, because he wanted to kiss you, girl. Like, it's obvious. Pepe said that he is the most comfortable with her. She's the most comfortable person for him. Nick is watching with Sierra, and Nick is worried and said it's weird because TJ was just here. No, you're not worried about that. You don't want the competition. Pepe was voted most genuine boy by America, and if America feels that Pepe is the most genuine, and America does not, we don't dislike Iris, you don't want the competition. And Nick and Sierra honestly and truly think that they can believe this, so that they can win this. Truth be told, if you were so worried about TJ going home and Iris, why didn't y'all vote for her as a couple? That's who Sierra should have been voting for. But we know why Sierra didn't vote for TJ, because Iris and TJ were a non-problematic couple that had the potential to get to the finals and be a distraction and be, maybe, be some real competition for y'all. So then we get to Amaya, Papaya, and Brian. So they're in Speakeasy, and Amaya is saying how she likes lounge settings like this. She said in her early 20s, she went out, but now she's more of a let's just do something chill like this. She really only goes out for like friends' birthday parties and all that type of stuff. She likes her alone time. I'm the same way. I'm past going to clubs. If I'm gonna go out, send me to a lounge. I love a hotel bar, which is very chill. Send me to a hookah lounge. I don't need all the hip hooray. Been there, done that, got a t-shirt. I don't need to wear it. Okay. So Brian is asking her what her love language is, and she was like physical touch, but in a good way, in a good way. And Brian was like, "Look, I don't care what everybody was saying about you. I want you to be yourself. Like whatever everybody else was saying was a con. I think that's a pro." And I was like, "Yes, Amaya, don't. Don't change yourself for these weird ass little boys." I mean, look at who has been complaining about you, Amaya. Austin, the Trumper, Ace, Tater Tot. You want a little fun size nigga? No, ma'am, you don't. And then Zach, who honestly and truly doesn't even live over in the United States, to my understanding. So it wasn't going to work anyways. Don't change yourself, Amaya. And I'm glad that Brian told her that, because Brian stood up for Amaya before America voted her as most genuine. Brian had her back during that male challenge. So the fact that he won, had her back, and kind of stepped up for her, I feel like it's very, very genuine. They have a connection. He seems attracted to her. And Brian tells Amaya that he wants to explore with her. And they kiss. And this is the most relaxed we have seen Amaya. And their kiss looked good. They seemed like they in tune with each other. She seemed comfortable. He seemed into it. He was very respectful with his hands, so you can tell he's not doing too much. I hope that they recouple, and Amaya and Brian for the win, okay? But that was the end of the episode. Let me know what you guys thought about this. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up the video. Leave your comments down below. We have about a week left. Then Beyond the Villa starts. I'm going to finish up my ultimatum recaps. I'm just going to group them up for y'all, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.